birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
Sally Moran.
Happy birthday to you.
Yay!
Love you.
Say it loud so she can hear it.
Love you!
Yes, okay.
Happy birthday.
Say it loud.
Happy birthday!
Hey. Welcome to Tater's Big Show Hangover, episode 15. Yeah! Thank you for showing up for one more round. Yep, it is birthday time. It is my sister-in-law's birthday. Sally Moran, happy 50th birthday. I'm 50, and I love it. It's a big one, and so we're going to do big things all week for her birthday. And if that little voice in the beginning, that was my nephew. So that was, this is your life, Sally. With a little editing. Had to do a little editing. But I have saved that for a very long time. I was glad to play it here. If it is your birthday and it's your birthday week, you're sharing a birthday week with my goddaughter, Abigail D. Only going to give you the last initial. Abigail D. Baby D to those who are close to her. Abigail's birthday week. Congratulations, my girl. I can't believe that she's my goddaughter, by the way. And she is 24. 24! How in the world did that happen? Because I just now made it to 30. I can't believe this. 24. But yep, she's celebrating this week. And I did not take one single picture when I was at her birthday brunch, which I was late for. So it became birthday lunch for me. I think since I didn't take a picture legally, it didn't happen. Continue to be 23 and enjoy it, my friend. And also, happy birthday to Donnie Gales. Top fan, Donnie Gales. Donnie was a Big Show listener, and now he is a Tater Hangover listener. And he is from Hardyville, South Carolina. So if you see Donnie out there wandering around, living his life, be sure to say happy birthday to him. And if it's your birthday, happy birthday. Go have fun this week. Enjoy. And be sure, if you can, give your mom a call, because it's her birthing day. Really, you didn't do much. She did all the work. Happy birthing day to all the moms out there. All right, so after I went to my goddaughter's birthday party, I was driving around in my dad's 2002 Avalon. Remember the Avalon? Is it even around anymore? Do they make a 2026 Avalon? Anyway, I have his vehicle. My father passed in 2021, and I still have his car because it gets great gas mileage. This vehicle can run on a tank of gas for almost 2 weeks. I'm being serious. And it doesn't take that much to fill it up. Much better than my SUV. So right now with gas prices, I'm driving around in the 2002 Toyota Avalon. And let me tell you, it's like driving a roller skate. This thing is so low to the ground. I'm looking at hubcaps of Ford Focuses. I can't believe how low it is. I don't remember it being low in 2002. It just didn't. Cars have gotten that much bigger that the O2 now is a lowrider. I put it to the test because I drove through a Wendy's drive-thru and drove up to the window, and I almost had to get out of the car so that I could get my food. I was down there like Ricky B. Sharp. I was like, hello. Can I get my junior cheeseburger? Thank you. So anyway, can't reach the window in that, not that at a drive-thru nor at an ATM. Everything is now up high for all the big vehicles. But I don't care. I'm going to roller skate around on this car. As long as gas prices are over $3.60 a gallon, I'm very happy to have it. All right, let's get to some questions from our listeners. Appreciate you guys. And Donnie, we're going to start with you, Mr. Gales. He let me know that it was his birthday, but he also said that he can't get enough of Ike. Loves him some Ike from the John Boy and Billy Big Show. And that, as you know, now it was Pillars. And I participated in one of Ike's business ventures. So I thought this would be a fitting birthday gift for you, Mr. Donnie Gales. Maybe you need one of these. So if someone is out there looking for a gift before you have to head out to Donnie's birthday party, go buy one of these.
No, I don't want spaghetti!
Why do they have to sit by us?
That little monster has been screaming since they sat down. He just won't shut up.
Oh, our evening is ruined.
Yo, what's up?
It's Ike Turner.
That's right, and I'm here to help.
Help? How?
You know, parents nowadays ain't worth a flying crap in a rolling donut. They spoil their kids and let them run wild in public, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Until now. It's the most exciting product of the 21st century. You won't never again have to worry about having your date ruinated by some squalling snot gobbler. Broco Laboratories is proud to present the Taser Tot.
Taser Tot?
What is it?
Well, scientifically speaking, it's a little tiny, toned-down taser designed to subdue, silence, and just plain shut up all them rowdy little rugrats.
What a great idea.
But is it safe?
Absolutely. Almost 87% of the time. And as long as it ain't your damn kid, do you really care?
I can dig it.
I knew you could.
How does it work?
Well, allow me to illustrate. It's simple. Just turn it on. Set the dial for the approximate age of the yappy young'un to ensure the right voltage. Use the laser sight to target the offending obnoxious offspring. Then shoot the juice to his lippy little caboose.
May I?
Be my guest. I believe this is where y'all say, wow.
Wow!
And how.
I think I smell burning hair.
I call that the sweet smell of success. Taser Tot makes the perfect gift for grandparents, Chuck E. Cheese employees, theme park workers, school teachers, lifeguards, T-ball coaches, playground supervisors, ice cream truck drivers, and of course, babysitters.
Go to bed! Go to bed! Go to bed! Okay, you asked for it. Ah, thanks, Taser Tot.
Well, Taser Tot is great for little kids, but what about when they get older?
I'm glad you asked. Introducing the all-new Juvie Jolt. It's a higher voltage version of the original Taser Tot, designer-rated especially for them pain-in-the-ass teenagers.
Timmy, dinner.
Don't call me Timmy. My name is T-Thug. You're not my parents. Take out the garbage yourself. I hate you.
Love that Juvie Jolt.
Everybody does. Everyone over 30, that is. Taser Tot and Juvie Jolt from Broco Labs. Every adult's dream, every kid's nightmare.
Thanks, Ike Turner. Broco Labs are not responsible for injuries or mutations. Repeated use of Taser Tot and Juvie Jolt can cause memory loss, unusual hair growth, chiggers, and walleye. Chronic drooling has been reported in some cases. Application of private parts may result in sterility and or giant freakish babies. Taser Tot and Juvie Jolt, although entertaining, are not toys. Not for use on prisoners or detainees. Ike Turner not responsible for any damages or pain and suffering, so back off, Jack.
Taser Tot and Juvie Jolt. Fast, effective, and let's face it, pretty damn funny.
That was an interesting bit to be a part of because it was a produced bit, so we had to do it in parts. And I did the did the couple part with Pillars beforehand, and then after he got done doing the Ike parts, Randy and I hung back, and I got to do the kid parts. Wild lines. There was no script for that, so I just had to do gibberish. I just had to have the kid talking for a good minute there. Sorry about that. And also, when he got tased, I think that's how I did it. Maybe not. Greg Flora has a question for me. He writes on Facebook, did you like doing pre-recorded skits or live skits like the Playhouse? Seems like the live skits would be fun cracking each other up. Thank you for your question, Greg. Live bits versus produced bits? Definitely live bits. Man, you got the adrenaline going, it's pumping, and you have one shot at doing it right or just doing it. When you're doing a produced spot, you can do pickups, you can stop and start, you can get direction like I did a lot of the times. And yes, with the live bits cracking each other up was great because you had to see what everybody would do with it. I usually failed at it, but sometimes I would get a zinger in there and then Pillars would play off of it. So that was always fun. Billy as well. It reminded me of like watching the Carol Burnett show. And especially now with being able to watch bloopers and stuff. And on YouTube, you can see outtakes or just maybe the highlight reel of them cracking each other up. And that just doesn't that look like it was so much fun? Oh, and that's the same thing with SNL. You know, the best bits on SNL or the best skits on SNL are when they crack each other up and they break character. And the audience, I think, feels like they're in on it and it just makes them laugh and laugh. And that happens in plays, too, when you're on stage and either you flub or someone starts to improvise. I couldn't imagine being in a play with Pillars. But the times that I did plays and you had to try to stay in character. If you like being on stage and you like that kind of thing, that is the best. Being live with adrenaline and just letting it rip. Thank you for your question there, Greg. I appreciate you. Let's see. Who else do we have? Casey Newman writes, also on Facebook, I'm loving the podcast. So far, one thing I would like to hear you bring back would be the Backyard Bowl. Casey says, I haven't heard one of those in years. Seems like they would always end up with Randy getting upset and taking his ball home crying or something like that. Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's pretty spot on. So I know of the Backyard Bowl and backyard basketball. And since we're in basketball season winding down for the NBA, at least over for college, let's take it back to when there was backyard basketball.
The Oak Street Tarantulas. Their dynasty has crumbled in the offseason. The Cedar Street Bullfrogs, thirsty for victory after a long dry spell. Today, the Bullfrogs try to steal one away right in the Tarantulas' backyard. Literally, this is Backyard B-Ball on NBS.
NBS Sports presents Backyard B-Ball. Brought to you by your dad's MasterCard. Your ticket to a world of grown-up stuff, as long as your dad doesn't know you've got it. And by Butt Wiper. When you say Butt Wiper, you've said it all.
Hello again, everybody. Red Peters along with Scotty Skrodominski here in Tommy Jordan's backyard for another afternoon of Backyard B-Ball. We're in for a short season, but we're still looking forward to some great action.
And you know, there's no better way to kick it off than the game we got here today, which is a rematch of last year's championship series.
Of course, the Tarantulas are definitely not the same team as last year. Milo Jordan turned 13 during the offseason. He's now too cool to play with the younger kids. Luckily, his brother Petey's still in the game, so we still get to use the Jordan's backyard.
Yeah, and the Bugs are also opening the season without Scotty Griffin, who got braces over the Christmas break. You know, word around the league is that Scotty still wants to play, but his mom and dad say they spent too much money to risk him busting his mouth open over, in their words, some stupid game.
We'll miss all metal mouth. Well, the Bullfrogs are not without their problems behind the scenes as well. We'll bring you up to date on that a little later. We'll be back with a tip-off after this brief timeout.
A knife that can cut through a shoe and still slice a tomato. 1995. First 2 volumes in the Dukes of Hazzard Collectors series. $9.95. Chatting with a friendly blonde chick who doesn't know you're only 12 years old. $2.99 a minute. Hours of laughs with your idiot buddies. Priceless. Your dad's MasterCard. Master the possibilities.
All righty, we're back, and here we go. Bullfrogs control the tip, working it inside to Big Stu Jabbar, who lays it off the glass for the game's first 2 points.
You know, Red, it's not really glass. It's actually compressed fiberboard with a coat of white paint on it.
I think they know what I mean, Scrody.
I tell you, Big Stu could be the difference in this game today. We all remember his long, nasty holdout over money, and I guess it eventually paid off because he got his allowance bumped up to $5 a week. Seems to have kept himself in pretty good shape during the offseason, too.
Yeah, Tarantulas bring the ball across the line. The new guy, point guard Scooter Rodman, is really the spark plug of this team. He can't find an open man. Fires it in for three-point land. Count it! Tarantulas lead 3-2. And whoa! Scooter steals the inbounds pass. Fires up another three. Yes, 6-2 Tarantulas.
Hot start for Scooter. He's causing quite a stir lately. Told everybody he likes to use his sister's Easy Bake Oven. Always outrageous, this guy.
Yeah, Rodman loves the spotlight. Maybe a little too much, but the kid can play ball, and I guess that's all that matters.
And the Bullfrogs want a timeout. New man checking in the game here. Hey, call me crazy, Red. It looks like Emmanuel Lewis, the guy from TV's Webster.
It's Webster!
First Master P, Garth Brooks. What's with these celebrities trying to live out their fantasies by playing sports? I mean, look at this guy, 40 years old. He's still the shortest player on the court.
Well, Webster drives toward the basket. Oh, he's hammered by the Tarantulas enforcer, Stinky Spreewell. Blatant cheap shot right there.
You know, Spreewell's been nothing but problem since he joined this league. This is his first game coming off that suspension for giving Coach Dan the atomic wedgie last year.
Well, looks like he's picked up right where he left off. But you know, Scroat, since my arrest for giving a ride to that transvestite prostitute, I'm a big believer in second chances.
Anything you say, Red.
By the way, it really was just a ride, you know, and he really did look like a woman.
Let's just concentrate on the game, Red.
All right, Webster's crying. He's being helped off the court. Looks like his comeback gonna be a short one. No pun intended. Say hi to Alex Karras on the way back down, Webb.
Hey, who is this coming in to shoot the free throws? Looks like the world's oldest Cabbage Patch Kid.
Oh, that's little Mike Brady. Not the most talented guy on the court, but he's scrappy. Guy's a coach's dream, a true little general.
Now, you do know that his dad has packed up the grill for the winter, don't you?
Like you said, he's a fat tub of goo, but he still manages to sink both free throws. And, Tommy Jordan's mom is back from the grocery store. She's yelling for everybody to help her carry the bags in the house. That means it's halftime. Tarantulas on top, 6-4. We'll be back with the second half right after this. Butt wipe. Butt wipe.
Now, how is that supposed to sell root beer?
I want to remind you this broadcast is copyrighted by the Backyard Basketball Association and is presented solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this coverage without the express permission of Backyard Ball Incorporated is subject to a very severe butt whooping. Red Peters along with Scott Skrotominski back for the second half of today's game. Tarantulas have the ball and a 6-4 lead.
One change for the Tarantulas. Scooter Rodman, Mr. Outrageous, has left the game, says he's going to bake some cupcakes for his sister's birthday party.
In for him is Buddy Ray Mutombo, who last year was averaging 12 points a game, but this year he's just not up to speed. What's the story there, Scrody?
Well, here's another guy that's plagued by troubles in the offseason. I mean, his parents were on Jerry Springer last month. That's got to be a tough break for any kid. You know, Mom actually seems pretty happy now that she's moved in with her husband's sister, but, you know, the razzing from the kids at school, let's put this guy into a real tailspin.
Well, Tarantulas get the ball to Mutombo right away. He bounces it off his foot. Bullfrog's ball. Mike McGuire over from the foul line. It's good, and we're tied at 6.
Yeah, McGuire still holds the all-time league record, 70 points in a game, although there is an asterisk in the book due to Mike's use of performance enhancers.
Well, we should point out that although Mountain Dew is banned in baseball and football, it's still on the list of approved substances for backyard ball.
And, you know, that's got to change, Red. I mean, way too many kids' lives being messed up by that caffeine and citrus kick. Remember, kids, don't do the do.
Now, this wouldn't have anything to do with the fact that your uncle drives a Yoo-Hoo truck, would it?
Just call the game, jackass.
Tarantulas feed the ball to Mutombo again. He looks for Eric Lynch on the baseline. Ball sails over Lynch's head and, bounces right off of Mrs. Jordan's Nissan Pathfinder.
Oh, boy, looks like the ball's left a dent in the door. Oh, here comes Mrs. Jordan.
That is one unhappy woman. She's going for the ball.
Mrs. Jordan grabs son Petey by the arm. She's dragging him in the house. She's taking the ball, too. Yep, that's just going to about do it.
Oh, boy. Well, we really don't have any other alternatives here. Terry Taylor's goal doesn't have a net. Mike Martin's father's got an RV parked in his driveway. The only other option is for everybody to go over to Citizen Randy's house.
Yeah, we know there's not a snowball's chance of that happening, so, well, I guess that's the ball game.
Well, here we go again. Another season of backyard b-ball in jeopardy because of a lockout. Unbelievable.
Of course, NBS Sports will be standing by to bring you any breaking news or any really good butt-whooping story.
But for now, that's it from Jordan's house on Oak Street. For Scott Skrotominski, I'm Red Peters, reminding you the final score. Tarantula 6, Bullfrog 6. So long, everybody.
Backyard B-Ball is a presentation of NBS Sports, the network where the really cool guys hang out.
These are fantastic. Y'all keep them coming in. I've got some comments from Spotify, some questions. J.W. Clements wrote, do you still do local commercials? He has that in parentheses. Local commercials. He says, I'm in Evansville, Indiana, and swear I hear you doing ads for all sorts of local businesses. J.W., I wish I was. But no, that's not me. I've got a doppelganger out there. Is that what you're trying to tell me? There's somebody out there that sounds like me, doing my shtick, doing my thing. No, I mean, I did some things with John Boy, but I didn't do several. I didn't do many. And you're saying all sorts of local businesses, and I don't think that's me. If you know of anybody needing someone to do all sorts of local business commercials, please send them my way. Be more than happy to lend my voice to a commercial. Thank you, JW. Also on Spotify, David Furman wrote me, and he said, Tater, letting out her inner Rayford, complaining about bread prices. LOL. Oh, David. He listened to episode 14. And yeah, I was a little miffed with the whole almost $5 sandwich bread. I won't go into it again. Yeah, I was sounding a little Rayford-ish, wasn't I? Prices nowadays. I guess I'm reaching not quite that age, but I'm reaching the age where I remember when bread, for instance, was like $1.50. And now it's almost $5. But thank you to everybody who wrote to me. I have some great new places to go and try and find the same bread for less. Walmart, Dollar Tree, Costco will sell like 2 loaves for probably $5. I have taken you all up on this, and once my store brand bread goes stale or we eat it all, I will definitely be taking up your tips, and we'll be going and checking out those prices. So yeah, we discussed that on Facebook. There was, coffee is up, you guys. We've talked about gas being up. What else was something that was noticed? Meat and shrimp. I feel like those are luxury items, but bread. But anyway, it was a good discussion. And you guys, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. We always go through this phase, and it goes up and then it comes back down. Also, we talked about Diet Coke with lime. There's another Diet Coke with a flavor to it. And several of you sent me pictures, and I'm thinking, well, all right. Y'all are sending updates like it's a science experiment. Day 3, still refreshing, and I love it. I love that. So the verdict is in. Everybody likes it. All you Diet Coke drinkers like it for the most part. Good deal. I'm glad they made it and that you're enjoying it. Just leave my regular Coke alone. I took a CPR class this week, by the way. I wanted to tell you guys, and I didn't realize. I did CPR way back in college days when I was an athletic trainer. It took a whole semester to learn all the first aid and all the CPR, and cut to 35 years later. Wow, just told my age. No. Cut to 35 years later. Now you have to work in the AED, the defibrillator, which is amazing. That is an amazing little gadget. And I'm glad that they're normally on the wall everywhere now. They're very prevalent. So we learned first aid. We learned how to do CPR, how to use the AED, how to get people's attention, how to get people to help you, how to handle choking, how to handle giving CPR with just compressions, how to give CPR with breaths. More important to give compressions to an adult if you don't do breaths, but how it's more important to give breaths to infants than the compressions, because usually it's a heart issue with an adult and it's a breathing issue with an infant. I'm telling you guys, I absorbed a lot. Then the first aid part was the longest part of the coursework. You had to go through snake bites and drowning and stinging and drug overdose, how to use an EpiPen, how to use a Narcan, what happens when someone's having a diabetic issue, what happens when someone's having a stroke, how to work a tourniquet, how to control bleeding, what happens when someone's having a seizure. Guys, it was a very intense course. And guess who my study buddy and skills test partner was? Jackie. That's right. You know her. Our Jackie. Yeah, we decided to do this course together. She's a grandma now, and Hanson always told us to take a CPR class when it was available. For you, Hanson, we thought of you. We signed up. We passed the class. It's an online class now. It's similar to anybody who has to do any work training. And you know how you're going along, they give you little quizzes along the way. Then you have to redo it if you miss it. Not saying that we did. They just give you the option. And then we had to set a date to go in and have the skills test done, where we had a very lovely RN named Valerie. She was so fantastic. And we passed all of our skills tests, even worked on an infant dummy. And if that doesn't snap you to reality, giving compressions to an infant. It was a very good week. And now we are certified. But the key is even if you're not certified, as Hanson always tells us, you got to do something. All right, I have another question. My last one for this episode from Nelson Adams. Thank you, Nelson. And he is a top fan on Facebook. He said, during the episode 14, you played Miss DePesto. Not sure I spelled that right. You did fine. But anyway, she mentioned the lunch menu man. Can you explain the story behind the lunch menu man and also maybe play the one where they did the Macho Man menu bit? That was so funny. Thanks again for keeping us entertained. Looking forward to more episodes. Well, thank you, Nelson. Cookie the bookie, Cookie the accountant, had kids in school at the time, and this was her school district's lunch menu. This was a time before the internet, before social media, I guess. Everybody now gets updates through social media, what the lunches are going to be, or can go to the school's website. But back in the day, you actually had to dial a number and listen to a pre-recorded message. That's where this young man was leaving the menu for the week. Now, I will try to give you a snippet here of the lunch menu man and then play you Randy Savage. Oh, what the heck? What am I, up against a break? I'm not up against a break or anything. All right, so here's the lunch menu man for real for the Catawba School District in North Carolina, which was a county over from Charlotte. And yeah, he had a very different way of letting you know what was coming up in the lunchroom for the week. All right, here it is. And then I'll be back. Fruit!
Here's your school lunch menu for the week of November 5th through November the 11th for the Cabarrus County Schools. Hello, I'm the lunch menu man. Monday, cheeseburger, turkey salad on lettuce with crackers, French fries, corn, pinto beans, and fruit. Tuesday's election day, so children remind your moms and dads to get out and vote. Now back to the menu. Tuesday, salad bar with low-fat dressing, chicken nuggets, lasagna, tossed salad, diced potatoes, black-eyed peas, fruit, and a garlic roll. Wednesday, taco bar, fried chicken, roast beef sandwich, broccoli soup,
he is excited about this
potato
menu.
bites, lettuce, and tomato, pasta, fruit, and a roll.
Oh.
Thursday,
Okay, Thursday.
potato bar,
Potato.
beef burrito, baked ham, salmon patty, corn, green peas,
Any fruit?
chicken noodle soup,
Fruit.
and a roll.
Hey!
Enter your selection number.
All right.
I think this kind of reminds me of Pulp Fiction, too. It's like somebody just stuck him in the heart with a needle full of adrenaline or something. I don't know.
He enjoys his job.
I'm telling you.
And yes, that is an absolutely true school lunch menu line. Good deal.
Yep. Yeah. If you ever heard us going fruit and a roll, that is where that all came from. I bet that's about what everybody picked up from it. You didn't really want to pick up much more and say it out of context, but you would say fruit and a roll. So then it started being kicked around the studio as, what would it sound like if, Dracula did the lunch menu? What would it sound like if Macho Man did the menu? Well, it sounded something like this.
Ooh, yeah! This is the Macho Man with the Macho Menu lineup. Monday, meatloaf. 10,000 people tell 10,000 lies, but Monday's meatloaf killed 10,000 flies. Macho Man says brown bag it, bring some grub from home, and for dessert, don't forget to snap it to a Slim Jim, baby. Tuesday, taco bar. I don't know when they started doing a taco bar deal in the lunchroom, because when Macho Man was in school, it was take what you get from behind the counter and keep the line moving, Jughead. Go figure. Tacos are kind of hard to screw up, I guess, so go for it, brother. And don't forget to top it off with a Slim Jim. Ooh, yeah! Wednesday, pepperoni pizza. Don't let the name fool you. Any resemblance between this stuff and real pizza is purely coincidental. Me, I figure it's a layer of Bisquick with whatever's left over from the Tuesday taco bar dumped on the top of it. Definitely not recommended. Macho Man says brown bag day number 2, Slim Jim optional. Thursday, art now board. This won't help. Steak and gravy. Take it from the Macho Man, anytime they dump gravy on something, brother, they're covering up. I'd have Mom stop off on the way to school, pick up the Slim Jim party pack, and split it with my buds. Dig it. Friday, 4 words that ought to strike fear in the heart of any man. 2 of them are Macho Man. The other 2 are on the menu today. Fried fish. If you eat this, it'll be good practice for the hospital food you're going to be eating when they rush you in to pump your stomach. Macho Man says steer clear of the seafood. Slim Jims for everybody. That's the lineup, brothers. Stay in school, and except for Tuesday, stay out of the cafeteria line, too. And don't forget, anytime's a good time to snap into a Slim Jim. Dig it, brother. Ooh, yeah!
All righty then. I think that's a perfect spot to put a cork in it for episode 15. So yeah, to recap, I learned how to save a life by yelling. Got to hang out with my best friend Jackie. Y'all are documenting beverages now, and I can't reach a drive-through window while seated in a 2002 sedan. If anything happens, I'm ready, y'all. As long as it's not at a Wendy's. All right, new episodes are up every Tuesday. Thank you guys for hanging out with me until the end. Once again, I'd like to thank my contributors today. Donnie Gales from Facebook, Greg Flora also from Facebook, Mr. David Furman and J.W. Clements off of Spotify, Casey Newton, I think I called you Newman earlier in the episode, but Casey Newton and Nelson Adams, thank you very much for chiming in and engaging with me over there on the socials and on the platforms. I also want to say thank you to Barry for being my person who fixes everything I break. I broke something in here again today. To Outdoor Hands, thank you for being the title first sponsor of the Tater Big Show Hangover. I want to thank my friends. You guys have supported me since the beginning. And to my family, thank you. Thank you for everything. And also a huge thank you to John Boy and Billy for allowing me to share their bits with all of you. They are available in the Bitbox at thebigshow.com. We'll see you next time. Bye!